Hey there, everyone. Recently, I was contacted by the folks at Survival Hacks about doing a review on their emergency roadside kit. And the reason I was really interested in this is because, first of all, the price point is great. It's a $50 kit. Plus, for the next month, I believe until November 30th, they're offering a 25% discount, which the code is OFROAD50. I'll leave a link and all of that below in the description. You can get that on Amazon. So for 25 bucks, just from what I've read, I haven't opened this yet, but just from what I've read, that's an amazing deal. Now, with the kit, another reason I was so interested is because at Christmas time and holidays or even birthdays, we like to give the kids or people stuff that they can actually use. And kids, when they first start driving or say they're in their 20s, don't think about the safety stuff as much as we do. So we decided that we're going to think about it for them basically. This is a great starter kit. In the review today, I'm going to go through some of the things I might change, some of the things I might keep. But for the average person, this is a great starter kit to have in their car, especially at the price point that it's at. Now, because it's at the $50 price point, it's not going to be the greatest stuff in the world, I'm assuming. But some of this stuff alone can cost up to that much. So, but anyway, I'm going to go through that. Before we do that, I want to go to Amazon real quick and show you what it says there. The roadside emergency kit with jumper cables and first aid supplies. The roadside kit, it comes equipped with 92 pieces of emergency gear, safe road trips. Feel confident knowing your kit has the equipment in case of an emergency, jumper cables, gripper gloves, and a window breaker. And that's another thing I like about this kit is the fact that it's kind of for the average everyday person, along with some of the stuff we think about in preparedness, the window breaker, the fire starters, all that stuff. This is a 92 piece roadside kit. You can change a tire, jump start a battery, break a window, cut a seatbelt, direct traffic away from you so you don't get run over, light up an area, start a fire, tow a stuck vehicle, flag down some help, and some basic first aid stuff. So what's inside the kit? On this box here, it talks about the bungee cords, the jumper cables, cable ties, PVC tape flashlights, fire starter, flint, candle, gloves, all that stuff. And it also comes with some first aid supplies, which I'm going to kind of go over a little bit too. Gauze pads, band-aids, alcohol pads, a tourniquet, all of that different stuff. And this weighs about 5 pounds, and it's 14 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches. So let me get rid of my computer here, and then we'll go through this kit. Okay, so the kit itself is in this bag right here. It's got the reflective tape on the outside. The bag seems like pretty good quality. It's a little bit padded as well. Like I said, at this $50 price point, you're not going to get the heavy duty stuff, but this is pretty heavy duty. And if this is going to be in the trunk of your car, your back seat, not a huge deal. I'm sure it's water resistant, probably not waterproof, but it's water resistant. The first thing in here is the jumper cables, which these are not the greatest jumper cables in the world. These are basically what you would find at Walmart for like $15 or so. But for smaller, not smaller vehicles, but not my truck. My truck would need something bigger than these. I've tried cables like this and it just doesn't work. But these for the average car would be just fine. The first aid kit I'm going to go through last. It's got the bungee cords, and these are just your typical bungee cords, which these have a lot of different uses, even if it's not just in your car, but those are cool as well. Let me move this over a little bit, get this out of the way. It's got the little flashlight, and this says that it's no battery, no bulb. And I honestly don't know exactly how that works, but I assume it's just like a little crank. You do that right there, which is actually pretty neat. You never know when something like that might be useful. The construction of it's typical what you would expect, but a pretty neat little thing. I could see the stuff inside maybe breaking or whatever, but cool to have. I'd maybe, you know, flashlights are cheap enough. I'd maybe just have one in there with a battery as well. But that's pretty neat. And it's got the glass breaker, the seatbelt cutter, which this is pretty cool. The construction isn't all that sturdy, but this is one of those things. How often are you going to use it? It would work when you needed it to. It's something that's not going to, you know, it's not so flimsy. It's just going to break down. The striker and everything seems to be pretty heavy, but that's pretty cool. That's good to have. Something like this is always good to have. You just never know. And here it's got a whistle, typical whistle. You got your candle. You never know with one of those. You've got a rain poncho right here, which is good to have. If you're out in the rain trying to change your tire, that's going to be something good to have. It's got the gloves here, the gripper gloves, which, like I said, aren't the greatest thing in the world. If you were to get some mechanics gloves, those are $25 right there, and that's, you know, the same price you'd be paying for this kit with the promo code. So the gloves are good, just good gloves to have. Keep you warm if you need to, or like I said, if you're out changing a tire, anything like that. It's got the 6-inch glow stick, and I'm not sure if this is the industrial grade or what this is, but it's light nonetheless, so that's pretty decent as well. It's got 2 of those actually. Then you've got your little monkey wrench right here, crescent wrench, which you'd have to use this a few times to figure out if this is any good or not, but in a pinch or something like that, it's going to work for you. If you're doing a lot of work, you're probably going to want a nice one of those, but that's pretty cool. It's got your ferro rod and striker here, which these are good to have, but if somebody has this in their car and they don't know how to use it, maybe you want to put a flashlight in there, or maybe you want to tell them to learn how to use it. It's got a tire pressure gauge, which is always good to have, and a lot of people don't have these. A lot of people don't have the jumper cables either, believe it or not. Anytime you buy a used car or a car off Craigslist, anything like that, the odds are it doesn't have a jack, it doesn't have jumper cables, anything like that. So you'll have to check those when you get cars, but those are all important things to have. Spare tire too. Then we've got a little kind of Swiss Army knife type thing here, which is pretty neat. It seems like it's decent quality. But again, you know, some knives you can pay over $50 for some knives, so that's pretty neat to have, though. And you've got the PVC tape, which is basically just electrical tape. Good to have. Maybe I'd throw some duct tape in there as well. You've got your tow strap, and this, I'm not sure what the rating is as far as what it can tow, but the average vehicle, I would say, yeah. I don't think I would connect this to my truck. Maybe if I was towing another vehicle with my truck, I might do that, but I wouldn't try to tow a truck out with this strap right here. But this is good for, you know, winter, snowstorms and stuff like that. Good stuff to have. Got a bunch of zip ties here, and this is one of those things you never know what you might need these for. That's good to have. And then it's got the triangle right here. This is the "don't run me over" triangle, I kind of think of it as. And it's got the reflective stuff on it. This is good to have to, you know, kind of just stay away from me. If you're on the side of a highway or something changing your tire, that's going to be good to have. And then we've got a vest. Also, don't run me over. You might use that with your triangle. And that's it in the kit. For $50, this is a cool kit. I'm going to go through the first aid stuff, but I kind of know what I'm going to find with this. But for $50, this is a good kit. For $25 with the promo code ROAD, ROAD 50, this is a fantastic deal. You get a couple of these as Christmas presents for people, and it's just awesome. But this first aid kit, I know I would change quite a bit of stuff in this because Lisa would probably make me, and just because I kind of know a lot about this. It's the same as preppers. It does have the safety pins. It's got a lot of the cool stuff that you would need, but like the tape, I might add some different tape. It's got the triangular bandage, which is great. I don't know what the quality of this is, but triangular bandages, you can use shirts or whatever. It's got the typical Mylar blanket, emergency blanket, which is pretty cool. These elastic bandages are, you know, they are what they are. I'd probably keep them in there, but I'd probably add a couple more. There is a little bit of room in this kit where you can add some stuff to it. That's another great thing. For the $25 price point, you actually get the kit. You actually get the cases for both of these. So that's pretty neat. Then it's got your typical bandages and cotton swabs and gauze pads and all of that stuff, and a little pair of scissors, which is always good. So the kit isn't terrible, but I would definitely go through like the little disposable gloves. You know, I don't know about these. I just grab a couple pairs of my nitro gloves and put them in there. But it's, you know, it's not terrible, and for somebody that, and it's got this little rubber tourniquet, and don't know how well that would work, but you know, for smaller stuff, who knows? It doesn't. I think you'd want to get a bigger, better one of these. But you know, like I said, for the price point, this isn't bad at all. It kind of covers all the different bases for somebody that's just getting into this. Even if you're getting it for yourself and you just want to kind of adjust, say you've got some jumper cables that you already use, but you want some of the other stuff. For the price point, even if you're watching after the promo code is expired, it's still for $50. It's a great price point for the stuff that's in it. The flashlight is kind of neat. I don't know if I would depend on that, like I said, but still kind of neat. Once this dies, I'm curious how much energy it takes to crank that sucker back up. But the knife is cool. All of this stuff is just good stuff to have, the basic stuff in your car. And, you know, you can kind of amend it, add, subtract, do what you want with it. But like I said, for this price, it seems like a pretty cool kit. And I'll be getting a couple for Christmas. This one's going to go in Lisa's car, actually, after I change some things around. But I'll be getting a couple for the kids and maybe, you know, some friends and stuff. But anyway, like I said, I'll have the link below in the description below where you can get this on Amazon. If you get it before November 30th and you use that discount code that I'll have below, OFROAD50, you can get this for $25. And if you have Prime, you get it for free shipping. So that's a fantastic deal. Anyway, if you have any questions about this or comments, just leave them below, and we'll talk to you later.